Hey, how we doing, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. It is that time of the week again, as we've been doing all year long, to simulate the upcoming race, this NASCAR Cup Series weekend. And this race brings us to none other than Darlington Raceway, one of the most storied and historic tracks on the circuit. And we will be running 400 miles, which equates out to, I believe, 293 laps at this 1.366 mile speedway. Can't call it a super speedway. It's certainly got a configuration unlike any other track on the Cup Series circuit. How we doing, everyone? Zero Moro, Tom, Nico Cars, Thick Hicks, Med41, Saints NASCAR fan, Marshall. Appreciate having you all here. And it is a very special week in the NASCAR world, as it is none other than Throwback Week. As of the time of recording this stream, it is 7 p.m. Central Time, May 4th, 2022. It is a Wednesday. That being said, not all of the throwback schemes that have been released and teased for this upcoming weekend have been made or released for NR yet. A lot have, but not all. So when we go through the entry list, we will go car by car, and I will point out any ones that I believe are the incorrect car, just because we do not have the right ones available yet. I'm rambling on. You guys don't want to hear me rambling. You guys want to see some racing at Darlington. So without further ado, excuse me, hiccup. Let's get to the entry list. So, starting off, as he always does, in the number one car in the ONX Homes Chevy Camaro is Ross Chastain. Now, he, along with Daniel Suarez, are running awesome DEI throwbacks this weekend. Unfortunately, the Ross one has not been painted yet, to my knowledge. If anyone has any different information before we get done with the entry list, feel free to let me know. I'll try to get the car added to the roster real quick, but I just checked all my usual sites like 15 minutes ago, and these are all the up-to-date ones that I believe I have. So next up on the list is an actual throwback scheme, but not really too much done aside from the paint design on the side. In the Menard/Libman Ford Mustang number 2 car is Austin Cindric. And in the number 3 Bennett Chevy Camaro is Austin Dillon. Let's go up to the G.Skill entry list. Sorry, I meant to have this pulled up. Here we go. Now, Austin Dillon's going to be running a similar looking paint scheme, but the sponsor is different. It's going to be Huck Performance Fishing, but it'll be a white and blue base similar to this. In the number 4 Ream.com Ford Mustang is Kevin Harvick. Now, this is a fictional Ream throwback that was posted on Stun Out a few weeks ago, and I replaced all the red with pink just by exporting the TGA right there, importing it into GIMP, saving, then re-exporting it, then importing back in. I just replaced all the red with pink. And so that's not exactly accurate, but it's the closest I have given my resources and the time frame I have to do this. By the way, like I usually explain, the reason I'm doing this so far ahead in the week and not closer to the weekend is because tomorrow morning I have to leave for work and will not be home until late Sunday night. So this is the latest chance I will actually have to do it. Next up on the entry list, rocking the awesome number 5 Hendrick Chevrolet Chevy Mustang, a tribute to Tim Richmond, is Kyle Larson. And with the Mark Martin throwback in the number 6, I don't think I've ever heard the sponsor pronounced verbally, so I apologize if I butcher it. Socios.com. Number 6 Ford Mustang is Brad Keselowski. And I cannot... Oh, yeah, this is the Neil Bonnet 1994 throwback in the number 7/77 Stacking Pennies Chevy Mustang is Corey LaJoy. Unfortunately, the RCR cars are not rocking throwbacks this weekend, so making his return to the 3chai.com. Number 8 Chevy Camaro was Tyler Reddick. I cannot remember what this is throwing back to, but this is a pretty cool scheme. Someone remind me in the chat what throwback this is for. The number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevy Camaro, none other than Chase Elliott. Now, Eric Almirola is running a throwback. It was teased on Twitter, but that one is not available yet, so we're just running the same scheme as last weekend in the Smithfield/Weiss. Number 10 Ford Mustang is Eric Almirola. Did I say Mustang again when I meant to say Camaro? I do that a lot. I have frequent brain farts on these streams, so I apologize. And rocking his own throwback in the number 11 FedEx Express Toyota Camry. It's the Toyota Camaro. Is Denny Hamlin. And in the number 12 Advanced Auto Parts, Ford Mustang. It's Ryan Blaney. Sorry, another brain fart that I just talked about. I don't remember if this is an actual throwback or not. It looks like it could be. It looks like it's almost an old Rusty Wallace scheme, but that is what Blaney should be and will be rocking this weekend. And in another throwback where I do not exactly remember who it is tributed to. I'm sure I read it somewhere, but I do not remember. Thank you, ABR48. That's a Jimmy Means throwback for Chase Elliott. In the number 14 Mahindra Tractors Ford Mustang is Chase Briscoe. And listed on the entry list in the number 15 Ford Mustang is J.J. Yaley. Now, on the entry list on G.Skill, it's got Ollie's Bargain Outlet listed on the sponsor. We don't have that sponsor for J.J. Yaley, so I just did his unsponsored car. Tony Stewart 2001 Indy 500 car for the Briscoe car. Appreciate it, guys. I love when my viewers enlighten me with knowledge. In the number 16 South Point Chevy Camaro is Daniel Hemrick. Now, he's got AG1 by Athletic Greens listed on the sponsor section in the entry list. That car is not available yet. I did not see what Hemrick's car is supposed to look like this weekend, so this is just the best we got. An old South Point car, an old-looking South Point car. Next up on the entry list, in another Socios/Socios.com butchered pronunciation, number 17 Ford Mustang is Chris Buescher, and a throwback to none other than the Matt Kenseth, who as of about an hour ago was just inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Matt Kenseth, fellow Wisconsin boy. I could not be happier to see that. That is super awesome. And if I am free this year, I will be going back and watching him race yet again at the Slinger Nationals in Slinger Super Speedway. That's right, I said Super Speedway, even though it's a quarter-mile track. That's what they've called it forever. Damn it, that's what I'm going to keep calling it. And in the number 18 M&M's Toyota Camry is Kyle Busch. Now, he's rocking an M&M's throwback to, I believe, Ken Schrader? Or is that an Elliott Sadler he's doing a throwback to? Either way, he's doing a M&M's throwback. That one is not available, so we're just rocking his normal M&M's car. Next up on the entry list, in the number 19 Auto Owners Insurance Toyota Camry is Martin Truex Jr. Now, I believe this is the correct scheme according to the scheme preview website I looked at earlier this morning, so that should be the accurate car for Truex. And in the number 20 Sirius XM Toyota Camry is Christopher Bell. He's got Sirius XM listed on the sponsor section for the entry list, but the car I saw that he will be running this week looks slightly different, but nonetheless, he'll still be running a Sirius XM car nonetheless. Next up, rocking, I believe, an old Jeff Burton. It looks like one of Jeff Burton's late 90s cars. In the number 21 DEX Imaging Ford Mustang is Harrison Burton. And in the number 22 Pennzoil / Shell Ford Mustang is Joey Logano. Now, this is a bit of a janky throwback, I'll admit. I took the picture of what his throwback's supposed to look like. I took his normal Pennzoil car. I did the export, re-import into GIMP, and I just recolored the yellow to red, the numbers to the gold. That's why it looks kind of janky. That's why the outlines are a little messed up. That's why you can see the outlines there. It's not going to be perfect, but for our purposes, it'll do. And another car, unfortunately, missing the throwback scheme for NR as of now, but hopefully not forever. So I'm rocking a scheme that I have not used with Bubba Wallace yet this year, since this one wasn't available at the time of me recording the Bristol Dirt simulation. Anyway, in the number 23 Columbia Sportswear Toyota Camry is Bubba Wallace. And rocking the Jeff Gordon throwback in the number 24 Exalta Chevy Camaro is William Byron. I'm not sure if he is running a throwback or not this year, but in the number 31, the leaf filter, gutter protection, Chevy Camaro is Justin Haley. The front row cars, I do not know what their schemes look like, if they're running throwbacks or not, but I'm just doing the car choice purely by what the sponsor is on the entry list. And for the first one, in the 34 Navage Nasal Care Ford Mustang, is Michael McDowell. And the other front row car in the 38 Black's Tire Service Ford Mustang is Todd Gilliland. And we got another throwback for the Stuart Haas Racing cars. This is another one where that's not... Oh, that's on the tip of my tongue. I can envision the car. That was that Net Zero, right? The old Net Zero car. I want to say Jeff Green, but I know that's wrong. Who is this a throwback to? In the number 41, HaasTooling.com Ford Mustang is Cole Custer. And yes, the two Petty GMS cars also are running throwbacks this year that I saw, but they are not available at the time of recording this video, so we're just going with some of their normal primaries. That being said, in the 42 ChevyLiners.com, Chevy Camaro is Ty Dillon, and his teammate in the 43 Focus Factor Chevy Camaro is Eric Jones. Jason Leffler. Thank you. Thank you. I was way off. Holy shit. And in another classic throwback car, in the number 45 McDonald's Toyota Camry, throwing back to, I believe, Bill Elliott, is Kurt Busch. All right, next. And in the Kroger / Sweet Leaf, number 47 Chevy Camaro is Stenhouse. He's got Kroger / Nature Valley listed on the sponsor section. Not sure if they're running a throwback for him this year or not. I did not see. But we know who is running a throwback in the number 48 Ally Bank Chevy Camaro is Alex Bowman. Another one that I cannot remember who the hell it is off the top of my head. So I'm sure you NASCAR buffs in the chat right now will remind me who the Bowman is throwing it back to. In the number 51 NerdTech ODT Ford Mustang is Cody Ware. He's got the same usual sponsor listed. I'm not sure if he's running a throwback this year or not, but we got his usual primary listed. In the number 77 Voyager Crypto for All Chevy Camaro is Josh Balicki. It says Landon Castle here, but it is Josh Balicki on the entry list running the Voyager cars, so I just switched the name for the stream purposes. Mark Martin, that's what I thought. Mark Martin is who Alex Bowman is throwing it back to. And And in the number 78 Motorsport Games Ford Mustang is BJ McLeod. The sponsor section is blank on the entry list. Not sure what he is running this upcoming weekend, so I just went with last week's scheme. The Dover car. Was that the last week's? I can't remember. And last but certainly not least, in the number 99 Coca-Cola Chevy Camaro is Daniel Suarez, throwing it back to the old DEI car. I believe this is the Dale Earnhardt car from the 1998 Motegi race, if I'm not mistaken from what I remember reading. Alrighty, how we doing, Alan Kowicki fan? Thomas Sloan, Bobby Hall, appreciate y'all tuning in. Alrighty. So that is your stars and cars of the 2022 Goodyear 400. I don't think I even mentioned the name of this race yet. It is the Goodyear 400. Back to the Darlington race page. Now, on G.Skill, it does not say when the stages are, but there's another site that says the stages will be 90, 185, and then 293, so that's what I'm going to go with. All right, we got the 2022 Darlington roster, all 36 cars. We applied the ratings right before we started this. I didn't do my usual 3-tiered rating system. Instead, I'm doing the Ethones formula from now on, since we got enough races under the belt for the 2022 season where we can combine all the cumulative ratings and get a pretty consistent readout. With that being said, we're just checking to make sure everything else looks good. Actually, we didn't do the weather. Darlington, South Carolina weather. What day is the race? Back to G.Skill. Sunday, May 8th. All right, so it is on Sunday. So Sunday looks to be 73, a high, clear, and with a 13-mile-an-hour wind. All right, full pace lap, yellow flags, double file restarts off just to turn the jankiness of the AI cars, the AI lapped cars off. Hopefully get rid of some of that jankiness with them on the restarts. All right. I think there is a day. Hold on, let me check. Someone said there's a day Darlington. If that's the case, I'm going to wait. Darlington Day 2020. I'm Googling it right now. Darlington Day. Oh, that post doesn't have any comments. Is there going to be 2020 Darlington track made? Well, if we can't find the 2020 day version, we'll just have to use the night version, which is perfectly fine. Tell file restarts are off to make it more authentic. It's a good point. I'm just seeing if I can find the day version of the track. I'll look for like 2 more minutes. If I can't find it, that's fine. We'll move on with the daytime version. Before we get started, I'm going to have to go blow my nose too. I don't know if you can hear how congested I am. Yep, I don't see the day version anywhere, so we'll probably just have to go with the night. Unless someone posts where I can get it from in the next 30 seconds. Alright, Darlington. Yeah, there's just one version. All right, I'm going to go blow my nose, and when I come back, if there's a link posted, I'll do it. But if not, we'll just go right on into the 2020 night version. All right, much better. I can actually breathe now. All right. Get ready for 400 miles, 293 laps at Darlington Raceway. Excited about the F1, the Grand Prix. Yeah, I might not be able to watch either because I'm going to be having a Mother's Day lunch with my family that day, but I'll try to catch what I can. Let's get the GNL tab open. Yeah, I apologize if I sound a little congested this stream because I am getting a little congested. That's why I had to postpone last night's Beam stream. I apologize for that again. I really wanted to stream Beam. I had so much fun the last time I did that game, but like a few hours away from the stream time, I just started feeling really under the weather, so hope you guys understand. I apologize. I have the day version of the track, but I can't get the link for that. That's fine. Not Matt DiBenedetto. That's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll just use the night version. Unless you're looking at the wide shots, you won't really be able to tell anyway. All right, so once I hit that race button, it's automatically going to set the qualifying order. When it does that, we will go through and see, and we will go through another brief rundown of the starting grid. Let's accelerate to
drivers.
About 120 seconds in. All right, here we go. Why are they all starting single file? I have all 36 cars, right? All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, okay. All right, starting on the pole is Chase Elliott. And on the outside pole is William Byron in the 24. Starting behind them is Kyle Busch in the 18 and Ryan Blaney in the 12. Next up is Ross Chastain in the 1 and Martin Truex in the 19. Then we have Alex Bowman in the 48 and Tyler Reddick in the 8. Then his teammate, Austin Dillon in the 3. Followed by Eric Almirola in the 10. Then Eric Jones in the 43. Next up is Michael McDowell in the 34. Then we have Kyle Larson in the 5 car. Then Joey Logano in the 22. Then we've got Brad Keselowski in the 6. Christopher Bell in the 20 car. And we have Austin Cindric in the 2. Kurt Busch in the 45 car. Daniel Suarez in the 99. Bubba Wallace in the 23. Chris Buescher in the 17. Then we have Denny Hamlin in the 11. Justin Haley in the 31. Chase Briscoe in the 14. Kevin Harvick in the 4. Cole Custer in the 41. 3 Stewart Haas Racing cars lined up there. Harrison Burton in the 21. Todd Gillen in the 38. Ty Dillon, Jesus Christ, I can't talk, in the 42. Cody Ware in the 51. Corey LaJoie in the 7. Daniel Hemrick in the 16. Josh Bilicki in the 77. BJ McLeod in the 78. Stenhouse Jr. in the 47.
Start your engines.
And JJ Yaley in the 15. Darn it. I was off by like 5 seconds. How are we doing, everyone? The engines have been fired. They are rolling off pit road, getting into double file position. Let's go ahead and turn the volume up. Let's go ahead and turn the volume up. A little bit more. All right, I'm not exactly sure how long a fuel run is, but the stages are going to be 90, 185, and there we go, and 293. We have the Hendrick cars starting on the front row, Kyle Busch and Blaney in the second row. It's going to be between Chase Elliott and William Byron. Start and lead the field to green. The pace car rolls off the track, looking for the green flag. Into the restart zone, and we are green. Chase Elliott leads him into turn one. He dives into turn one. Kyle Busch follows behind, and William Byron's caught out on the outside line. And they go flying down the backstretch. Chase Elliott clears them. William Byron gets back into second position, but he's side by side with Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott leads the first lap. There's a battle for second between Kyle Busch and William Byron. Kyle Busch, I think, has him cleared. William Byron goes back to third. Now the battle's on for fourth place between Chastain and Blaney. Side by side, these two battles. Blaney and Chastain, and then Truex and Bowman side by side. Let's see the better run that the outside line gets in turn two. Reddick, I believe, just got into the wall. Let's go back and take a look at that. He did, just ever so slightly coming out of the turn. The 8 car gets into the wall. He's able to keep it going. So Chase Elliott has led all the laps so far in this race. As we focus on some of the battles further back in the field. Back up front. Battle for the lead has closed in a bit. Kyle Busch has cleared Byron and now has his sight set on Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch's throwback is available on Stun Oddwall. Unfortunately, it is too late. Thank you to whoever painted it for the stream purposes. That's a little bit too late for it. Focus on that battle. Meanwhile, Eric Jones and Alex Bowman side by side for this is the battle for 7th. Jones gets him clear. So go on board with Alex Bowman. You can hear that off throttle time. Back up front. The car taking a peek. Ross Chastain looking to make a move on Blaney for 4th spot. Blaney has the momentum up top. Now this is the battle for 5th. Truex looking to close in on Ross Chastain. The run's kind of single file for the most part. They start to get settled into these long 400 miles. Battle for 7th continues as we see Bowman continuing to take peeks underneath Eric Jones. So we go back up front. Blaney making a move for 3rd place. Byron up top, Blaney down low. Looks like he's going to give Blaney that position, and Ross Chastain's going to follow suit. And Ross get him clear. Side by side down the backstretch. Byron had a good run off turn 2. They're still side by side. That's allowing Truex and Eric Jones to close in the gap. Byron gets a good run off turn 4. He clears Chastain, and now here comes Truex with a run. Truex pushes up into the wall, just barely. Might have his first Darlington stripe of the day. Gets a good run, clears Eric Jones. So we got a battle for 4th and a battle for 6th. Chastain peeking to the inside of Byron once again. He has his nose underneath in turn 1. Is that going to be what he needs to clear him and get the spot? Nope, you can see once again William Byron with a good run. So that outside line has a good advantage, especially in the corner exits in turns 2 and turns 4. So meanwhile, let's check back up on the lead. Chase Elliott is still got about 2 to 3 car lengths, but he's not pulling away from Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is continuing to stay right within striking distance. We're 12 laps into the race and counting. The first stage will be 90 laps. So who's everyone's pick? Who do you got winning this weekend? Not just Cup, let's hear your Xfinity predictions as well as trucks racing. Our trucks racing. Kyle Busch peaks up top. Let's see if that gets him a good run down the straightaway. He's closed the gap to within about 2 car lengths, if not less. Looking at the eyeball test, it appears Kyle Busch has the faster car at the moment. So here's the top 3, pretty spread out. Meanwhile, Ross Chastain has made his way around William Byron. Let's take a look at that move. That started all the way back on the backstretch of the last lap. And he just gets alongside of him and is able to turn in well in turns 1 and 2 and get clear of him going on the backstretch. So that's the battle for 4th. So Ross Chastain has taken off once he's gotten clear of Byron. Back up front, Kyle Busch keeps peeking up top. That gets him a good run going on the backstretch, or the front stretch, I should say, into turn 1. It's our first battle for the lead since the drop of the green. So he went down to make a move underneath in turns 1 and 2, but you're able to see those cars to the outside have a slightly better run. So once he went to the inside to make a move, he started pushing up the track, had to get off the gas, and that allowed Chase back to the lead around the outside. Chris Buescher with issues. Let's see if... Oh, he just came to a stop. He was racing for around 19th position, and it's going into turn 1. He has issues and is off the pace. Yeah, his engine's smoking. He's going to be done. That's going to be a DNF. So tough break for Chris Buescher in that Matt Kenseth throwback. It appears J.J. Yaley has already got a Darlington stripe. It's a tough break for J.J. Yaley. We got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Kyle Busch looking to the inside once again. Can he make that turn 1 move work this time? He just needs to not have Chase clear him going on the backstretch, but that's exactly what Chase does. Who's my favorite driver? Right now, current Larson, but all time it is Junebug. So these top three are right under a blanket. That split time between the top three is 0.3 of a second. Ross Chastain in fourth is slowly starting to reel them in. So Buescher, an unfortunate break. He's officially listed as an engine valve with his retirement. So he will be the last place finisher in this race. We are 20 laps into this race. All the cars, with the exception of Buescher, are still on the lead lap. JJ Yaley's going to go a lap down soon. After that, there's no one at risk of going a lap down for a bit yet. So we're going to keep our eyes on this top three, because no one's really pulling away from one another. So as long as this split time stays pretty close, this is the battle to be watching. See a wide shot as they go down the back stretch. Blaney and Kyle Busch nose to tail. I like how they run slightly different lines here, even though they're AI. Whoops, wrong button. So Chase Elliott has led all 22 laps of this race so far, but he's been closely pursued by Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney basically the entire race. The top four have broken off from the rest of the pack a bit. Ross Chastain is closing in on the leader. Ross Chastain is the fastest car on track at the moment. He's running 28.8. Last lap for Chase was a 28.9. Ross Chastain is, looking at the lap times, the fastest car on track right now. So these top four, a little conga line here. I want to see what's going on in the rest of the field, but every time I start thinking that, it looks like this battle for the lead's about to start heating up, so I don't want to look away. So JJ Yaley a bit off the pace, unfortunately. I'm guessing when he got into the wall has something to do with it. That's gonna be pretty long ago. Let's just go back and see when exactly he got that engine damage and see if he's running. Oh, there it is. Let's see if he is running. Yeah, this is going on 7 laps in. He's still at the tail end of the pack. It's when he gets this damage from the wall, must be when he started to get really off the pace. Because he is last place right now, but he wasn't terribly off the pace. It's right. That's what did it. So that's how JJ Yaley got his damage. Hitting the wall coming out of 2 on lap 7. So unfortunately he's off the pace, about 5 or so laps away from going a lap down. So we take a look behind Chase Elliott at the battle for second. Top 3 are just nose to tail. And Chase has a little bit of a gap on Kyle. About 5-6 laps ago, Ross was 1.4 seconds back from Chase. He's now 0.6 seconds. But now he's got these cars in front of him. It was the theme of last week's stream that I kept saying, and I'll say it again today. It's one thing to be able to catch a car in front of you, it's another thing to be able to pass them. Oh, it appeared JJ Yaley just hit the wall again. Real quick. Yes, he did. So that 15 is just struggling right now. And right when as I say that, right on cue, here come the leaders to catch him. This is a pretty narrow track, even in turns 1 and 2. There's not really too many good opportunities to pass. So it's going to be interesting watching the leaders navigate through this lap traffic. Here we go. And that just bunches him up. So Chase, I believe, is going to try the outside. Oh, look at that. Threading the needle. Chase around the outside. And so Blaney's going to try the outside. He's like, all right, if that works, I'm going to try that as well. And now Chase is gone since he's able to get clear of this lap car and all these other guys aren't. Let's see if Ryan Blaney is able to go up top, get around him in the top lane. It appears he is. So you can see the top way around is the fastest way around here. Looks like Ross Chastain will follow suit into third place, and Kyle Busch is going to be the victim in this situation, losing 2 positions to Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain, being stuck behind this lapped car of J.J. Yaley, but he should go up top now and get around him as he does. There we go. So that puts Ross into third. So Ross, who is the fastest car on track currently. Let's see how that helps him, having one less car separating him and the leader. I'm not sure exactly how long the green flag runs are going to be, how long they can go with fuel and tires, but we will find out momentarily. I'm guessing they'll be pitting within 15, 20 laps. I'm guessing the stints aren't going to be longer than 50 or 55 laps. So here's the battle for second, probably one of the closest battles on track. Now let's take just a brief run through the field and see what we all got. Here's the battle for 5th place between Eric Jones and Truex. They just got past Yaley, who aside from Buescher, who retired, is the only car a lap down. William Byron is in 7th. Almirola is 8th. Kyle Larson, who if I'm not mistaken, started like somewhere in the teens, has made his way up to 9th. Logano is 10th. Bowman is 11th. Austin Dillon 12th. Tyler Reddick 13th. Michael McDowell 14th. Brad Keselowski 16th. Kurt Busch 17th. Christopher Bell 18th. Daniel Suarez 19th. Kevin Harvick is 20th, I believe. Bubba Wallace is 20th. Somewhere in there I lost count. But Bubba Wallace is 20th. Back up front. Chase continues to dominate this opening stage. Stenhouse is a bit off the pace. He's got damage. He might have hit the wall recently. Let's see. He's got the Darlington stripe. Let's see when he got it. There it is. Lap 26. So somewhere on lap 26, Stenhouse is going to hit the wall. I'm guessing in turn 2. We'll find out. Nope. It might be in turn 4. Yeah, Stenhouse is a little off the pace now, so somewhere he's going to hit the wall. Or it might be this next lap. We'll keep riding on board till we find out. There it is. There's where Stenhouse got the damage, and that's why he's now off the pace. He's the next car at risk of going a lap down. He's currently sitting in 34th position. Back to Chase. Chastain, meanwhile, has made his way around Blaney. Let's see where that happened. Where was that? That was lap 34, so about 4 laps ago, where we were trying to find out what happened to Stenhouse. Blaney going into 1 on lap 35. Just gets a good run underneath Blaney and sends it, and he's actually able to make that pass on the inside. So Chastain, already a 2-time winner this year, is in second and closing in on our leader. Lead was 0.7 seconds that last time by. I'm guessing he's going to keep closing in. We'll take a look at the split time and we'll watch the battle. Alcho, there it is. Jesus. 0.8. He lost a split second that last lap. So we're nearing halfway complete the stage. According to that non-J.Skill website I saw, the stages for this race are supposedly going to be 90, 185, and 293, so that's what I'm going with. Chase Elliott not getting away from Chastain. Chastain closed 0.2 that last lap. Went from 0.8 to 0.6. Let's go on board with Ross as he continues to close the gap, or at least try to. 0.687, 0.537. That was a 1/10 and a half. That last lap. We're gonna keep our eye on this battle for the lead. I was thinking about doing a crank it up, but no, it looks like we might have a battle for the lead here momentarily. 0.3. He's closing in. Ross already a 2-time winner this year, looking to make it 3. Here comes Blaney with a good run back at him, though. This might be a battle for second place. Oh, Blaney's able to, or Chastain, excuse me, is able to hang on. Ross continues to close in that split time. So next time by will be halfway through stage 1. Halfway through stage 1 this time by. 45 in, 45 to go. For the opening stage. Side-by-side battle for third. Blaney up top, Kyle Busch down low. Kyle Busch had him cleared for a second, but Blaney is going to race back on the outside, but doesn't get a good enough run to get alongside of him. Kyle Busch has him cleared for the third spot. We're focused on this lead battle right here. Chastain peeking to the inside. Is he going to have a nose underneath Chase? Not quite. He has to back off. That's going to hurt his momentum. He has to get off the gas. Now it's allowed Kyle Busch going to close the gap to him. You can see just having to get off the gas that one corner, how much that hurt Chastain in the following corner. So there's still 34 cars on the lead lap, but Stenhouse is about to go a lap down. About 50 laps into this race, and there's only 2 cars a lap down, one of which DNF'd. That's pretty good, I'd say. Chase Elliott closing in on Stenhouse, who, after that unfortunate hit to the wall in turn 2, is off the pace ever since and about to be the next car to go a lap down. How we doing, Tango? So not a single car is pitted yet. Chase Elliott has led all 48 laps of this race, but that might change here. That might change here. Ross Chastain goes to the outside. And he's going to get a good run to the inside around Stenhouse. He gets Stenhouse clear, so he's not going to lose any ground to Chase. And Meanwhile, these cars for third on back are now trapped behind the lapped car of Stenhouse. They also go to the outside to try to make the pass. That's the faster section of the track in the turns, it appears. Except for turns 1 and 2 on older tires. So, looks like we got ourselves a battle for the lead. Ross is closed right on into his rear bumper. Blaney going up high. Got multiple cars trying that outer groove. Ross is right on Chase's bumper. So we are 50 laps into this race. Chase has led every single one of them. But Chastain is right there. The top 4 are right there. Top 4 all within a half a second of one another. Man, we got some close battles. This old, worn Darlington surface just is unforgiving and doesn't want the leader to get away. I can't imagine it's going to be any more than 10 or 15 laps before we start seeing green flag pit stops. Oh, Kyle taking a peek to the outside. Seeing if he can get a run. Oh, look at that. He is. Is it enough to get his nose underneath in turn 1? Not quite. He has to back off. That was looking to be a good move by Busch there until he stalled out in the corner. Is that going to let Blaney close on in? And shout out to Eric Jones, currently running top 5. Blaney to the outside now. Let's see if he gets a run and tries doing the same thing that Busch did. He's not close enough. Three cars remaining on the lead lap. Hemrick is the last on the lead lap. Stenhouse is 1 lap down. Yaley is 1 lap down. And Chris Buescher DNF'd about 17 laps in with an engine valve. First through 33rd are still all on the lead lap. Top 5 are within a second of one another. Eric Jones now looking at the split time is the fastest car on the track. Actually, Custer just ran a really fast lap. Deep in the field, though. But of the cars up front, first stage ends lap 90. Second stage ends lap 185. Then the race concludes lap 293. This racetrack is 1.366 miles long times 293 laps. That gives you your 400 miles. I think it's like 400.2 when I did the math, but close enough. They can't do they can't do 8/10 of a lap. Oh. I hear slowing. Are we looking at pit stops here shortly? Maybe. We have Ryan Blaney making a move down to the bottom. Is he there? Nope. Not going to be able to stick his nose underneath in the turn. Chase Elliott, I believe, is not as fast as Ross or Kyle right now, but there's just no... He's fast enough to where they can't get by him in the corner. But he's not able to get away from them. Here we go. Ross looking to the inside. What kind of run is he able to get down the backstretch? Could this be our first pass for the lead? No, it is not. He stalls out in the corner. And that's going to give a good run to Kyle, who might make a move down the backstretch. Is Kyle going to go to the inside? He does not. You can just see how much that affects Ross having to get off the gas in the corner. But he's just able to close right back in on Chase, so that just goes to show how much faster he is. He lost all that ground having to get off the gas on the inside line. But then in like 2 corners, he's just able to catch Chase again. Or it looks like he's starting to. Got JJ Yaley up here. He's at risk of going 2 laps down since he suffered that earlier damage with that contact in turn 2. Both Bush and Jones making peaks. Blaney to the outside. What kind of run is that going to give him on Kyle Busch? Let's take a look at this battle for third. That seems to be the closest of the battles up front. We are now 60 laps in. Ryan Blaney goes to the top groove. That gives him a good run. Then here comes Ryan Blaney to the inside in turn 1, but has to get off the gas. I'm assuming the tires are just chewed up at this point. We can't be much more than 10 laps away from our first round of green flag stops. They can't be going much more than 70 laps at Darlington, I don't think, on tires and fuel. Ross to the inside. Is the best run I think he's had yet going on the front stretch, but Chase is still able to hold off on that outside. So Chase has got to hope that he has that none of the guys behind him has a faster pit stop than him, because with how close these cars are, all it's going to take is just a couple tenths on pit road to swap positions. Gotta be coming up on green flag stops. Let's go through the top 10 running order while we wait for pit stops to start. Chase Elliott in the lead. Led every single lap so far. Ross Chastain in second. Kyle Busch third. Ryan Blaney in fourth. Eric Jones is fifth. Martin Truex Jr. is running sixth. Stenhouse is a lap down. William Byron running seventh. Eric Almirola eighth. Kyle Larson ninth. And Bowman and Joey Logano is your battle for the top 10 spot. Back up front. Chase caught Gailey. Now he's going to the inside. What's going to happen with Kyle Busch and Chastain? They're side-by-side trapped behind the lap car. I think this is going to work for Kyle Busch's benefit. Oh, Yaley into the wall again. That's going to slow down Chastain. Kyle Busch is able to get by him on the inside. Oh, that could have been disaster. Chastain cut down in front of Blaney to get in front of Yaley and almost got himself turned. This should be their last time passing him, or having to pass him before the end of the stage. Oh, he's into the wall again. Yaley's just getting stripe after stripe. Eric Jones is like, what do I got to do to get around this guy? Go up top? Got it. Right there. That's what Larson tried at the end of last year's Darlington race. So top 2, the exception of the swap of Chastain and Kyle Busch. Chase still continues to lead every single lap. We still have 33 cars on the lead lap. Only 2 cars that are not on the lead lap that are on track. Where are these green flag stops? It's going to be interesting to see how this works out, if anyone pits or doesn't, before we get to the stage break. Kyle Busch looks like he has a run on Chase. Maybe not. About a car length back, a little less. Lap 69, nice. Oh, here we go. Oh, Chase just barely led that, but Kyle to the inside. This might be our first pass for the lead. And there it is. He gets him clear. Kyle Busch to the lead on lap 70. As our first pass for the lead of this race. Oh. And right on cue, Chase Elliott and Ross Chastain to the inside. So here's the start of our green flag stops. So right when Busch gets to the lead, Elliott's like, all right, I'll pit then. And JJ Yaley is in as well. Not too many other cars yet. Where's the pit cam? Here we go. There's Denny Hamlin coming in. Not too many cars pitting yet, but they're slowly starting to filter in. Let's mainly watch this battle between Chase and Ross. As they come out of the pits, make sure that no one makes any contact. Let's watch the wide shot. Here's Byron coming on in. Where? There we go. All right, so yeah, we got more cars coming in. Ross gets a good run on the outside. He passes Chase in the pits. So this is going to be interesting. This is where the cautions might start happening, where we got cars on really old tires and cars on fresh tires on the same track. Ross and all these guys are going to be flying. All these cars are going to be going slow to get into the pits on their worn tires. Now here's the issue where Ross on these really fast tires is now caught up on these slow cars and Chase to the outside. This is basically the essential battle for the lead once they all filter out, or cycle through, I should say. Oh, Haley into the wall a bit. And Brad is not pitting yet. That's slowing up Ross significantly. Ross gets to the inside. Still no caution. Everyone's pitting cleanly so far. So Almirola stayed out and led a couple laps. Kyle Busch stayed out and led a couple laps. But meanwhile, we're focusing on this battle. Larson has not pitted yet. So it's going to be interesting. Since the pit stops are this close to the end of the stage, I'm going to wonder if anyone actually pits when, or how many people do pit, if not the whole field, once we get to the end of the stage. So Logano is not pitted yet. He is one of like 8 cars that has not pitted yet, and he is staying out, continuing to lead laps. Here's the lead lap cars going underneath him. This is the essential battle for the lead between Eric Jones now, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Busch. Logano continues to lead, but that's because he is staying out. He is not pitted yet. And he continues to hold these guys up. Now it looks like he's coming into the pits. Now Logano's pitting. So he's pitting. Let's go back up front and watch this battle. Yeah, Chase Elliott continues to lead. Or should. This is basically the lead battle once the green stops cycle through. Taking a breather after all that excitement in the pits. Eric Jones stuck behind Josh Bilicki, a lap down. Here's Chase on some more lap traffic. And Elliott should be back to the lead. This time by. He should be credited with the lead this time. Since Logano just pitted. I think there's 29 cars, now 28 cars on the lead lap. Yep. So yeah, the pit stops have cycled through. So now we will follow Chase these last 10 laps of the stage. Yep, there are 28 cars left on the lead lap. Harrison Burton is 28th. Daniel Hemrick just went a lap down. Now Harrison Burton's looking to go a lap down. So Harrison Burton, Brad Keselowski, they're fighting to stay on the lead lap. Before the end of the stage here in about 10 laps. Hemrick, Balicki, Hamlin, Cody Ware, Cindric are 1 lap down, and Stenhouse and J.J. Yaley are 2 laps down. Everyone else is on the lead lap with the exception of Buescher, who DNF'd about 17 laps in. All right, so final 10 laps of the stage. There's Chase in the lead. Eric Jones in second. Kyle Busch third. And here's a pretty close battle for the 4th spot between Chastain and Blaney. But now they're stuck behind Josh Balicki. So again, we have 28 cars on the lead lap. Harrison Burton being the last one. Looks like Chase tried to make a pass on him there, but stalled out. So end of lap 90 will be the stage break. Here comes Eric Jones looking to the inside of Hemrick, trying to get up to Chase, our leader. No pun intended. He's trying to chase down Chase. Eric Jones with a good run. Gets in front of Hemrick. Now he has no lap traffic between him and our leader. Let's see if he can start to close that gap. So Chase, frustrated, stuck behind Harrison Burton. Let Eric Jones close in. Eric Jones was 0.7 seconds last time. 0.78 last time. What's the split time this next time once it refreshes? We whittled it down from 0.78 to 0.59. Chase is slowing down the front stretch. He's going to have to clear Harrison. If he doesn't, that's going to hurt his momentum out of this corner. Oh, yep. See, Harrison gets the run. And now here comes Eric. If you try to pass and you're not able to clear, that just kills their run. And Harrison's doing everything he can to stay on the lead lap. We got 4 laps to go in stage 1. Four laps to go, coming to 3. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 3 laps to go on the stage this time by. Oh, Harrison into the wall. There's a stripe. But that slowed down the leaders. Yeah, that slowed down the leaders more than anything. They checked up, trying not to hit him, I'm sure. Alright, so I'm going to have to time precisely when I throw this caution. I have to have it be after Burden crosses, but before Chase does. I might throw it just a hair early, if anything. Worst case scenario, Burden gets stuck in front of the leaders. Oh, here we go. Here's the pass for the lead. Eric Jones to the inside. I think he led that lap. White flag in the stage. They're both stalling out. I apologize if the camera view isn't the best for this, but I'm going to have to bring up this prompt to throw the yellow. Alright, right before Burton crosses. Who's going to win the stage? It's going to be side by side. Come on, Yaley, go in front. Did Eric Jones win the stage? Let's go back and look. Who won that? It was... Oh my goodness. Oh, it was Chase by a hair. It was Chase by a hair. Alright, where's the pace car at? There it is. Alright, well that screwed up the field. Alright, well some of these cars ain't pitting, I guess, right away because of the pace car screwing things up. So, this is going to be an interesting stage pit stop because the back half pitted right away and now the front half's going to pit the second lap. So we're almost going to have like an invert. Because, yeah, just because of the timing of how the pace car caught them, the back half was able to pit. But the front half of the field up here, the actual leaders, they're having to wait to pit. Yeah, now here they come. So they're pretty much going to have to work their way through the field. So you could say this is differing strategy, if you will. Because, yeah, now they're going to pit, and then all the cars that just pit now are going to catch up and be ahead of track of these cars. So now that's going to inherit the lead to Harvick. Interesting. Well, we've had jankier things happen in NR. I'll take this. Hey, that switches up the lead. We got a new leader now. Kevin Harvick. In that pink Ream car. Which I'm assuming is for breast cancer awareness. I believe from what I read. And Todd Gilliland's going to go into third place. Bubba fourth. Bowman fifth. What happened to Hamlin? I think he was just off the pace. I think he might have scraped the wall at some point. He's still a lap down. He's still running, but I think he just might have booped the wall a little bit. Just maybe not have a super fast car today. So Chase, after the weird... yeah. Chase is going to be all the way back to like 20th. So here's the leaders. This was what was the lead group heading into the pits. Heading into the stage. Is now back to about 20th. So Chase, the fastest car of the field. It's going to be interesting to watch him try to work his way up. I did use N ratings for everyone, including Hamlin, so if Hamlin hasn't had the best season, that might be why. So there are currently 28 cars on the lead lap. Austin Dillon is the last car on the lead lap. We're going to have the stage break here at lap 185. That's about lap 91 laps from now. We're going to be going green this time by. And Harvick leads the field for the first time today. Elliott has led by far the most laps at 84. Through the cycle, through the pit cycle, Logano led 4. Kyle Busch led 2. Eric Jones led 1. Almirola led 1. And Harvick is now leading the laps and counting. All right, so Kevin Harvick gets ready to lead the field back to green. The Geico restart zone. And they are back green. Kevin Harvick dives down into turn 1, being followed by his teammate Almirola. And Todd Gilliland. A pretty single file for the moment. But for how long? Who's going to be the first to step out? Start making moves. Speaking of making moves, let's go back and get a quick eye on what was our leader, Chase Elliott, who is not able to make any moves on the field yet. Back up front, they are almost 3 wide. Between Reddick and Bowman. Here's the top 4. Harvick doesn't have any threats at the moment for the lead. Almirola looks low, looks high, looks low again. So we got cars at different pace scattered throughout the field. It's going to be interesting to see how these battles progress as we go on through this second stage. Back in the battle for 5th. Bowman Reddick. I feel like when everyone has fresh tires, they're pretty equal. But once the tire fall off starts to take effect, that's when we're going to see cars start to fall off and start to slow down or pick up speed, I believe. So that's the battle for 5th. Back up front. Still no changes. Harvick continues to lead. He's now led the second most laps today. Looking to the inside. Is he alongside of him enough to make a move into 1? Let's see. They're side by side. What kind of run is Harvick going to get off the corner? Oh, he gets a great run, as does Todd Gilliland. Todd Gilliland up to 2nd. What a run for that 38 car. So you saw Almirola. He tried to make a move down to the inside, but he stalled out, and that gave the spot to the 38 car. Side by side for 5th. Bowman to the inside. See, now that time the inside did work. That's great to see. At this track, it doesn't really seem to be either the top or bottom has the advantage. It seems to be different, varying on the circumstances, or the tires, or the different, which car it is. All right, so we haven't done this yet, this race. I think it's overdue time for a good old-fashioned crank it up. battle for second rages on. Almirola to the inside of Todd Gilliland. Trying to take that second spot back. And it appears he will maybe get it. Oh, Todd Gilliland into the wall. So Elliott, in the last few laps, Elliott's moved from 24th to 19th. So let's go take a look at Chase Elliott as he continues to work back from that deficit of that mistimed pit stop. Back up towards the field. A battle between Justin Haley and Kurt Busch. This is actually for the 10th spot right here. The 31 and the 45 battling. That's for the top 10. Look at this big cluster of cars. Let's keep our eye on here and make sure everyone stays sorted out. Quickly, let's go back and take a look up front, make sure we're not missing any passes for the lead. Nope. Top 5 are pretty sorted out. Let's go back and take a look at this battle for 10th. Oh, Christopher Bell into the wall. He just got a stripe. I like seeing them fan out into the different lines, not just be stuck to the bottom the whole time. It's refreshing to see an NR track with multiple grooves with the AI. Kurt Busch dropping a bit in that inside line. Just lost a couple spots. Let's work our way a little bit further back. And here's Chase, our earlier dominant car of the day. Oops. Didn't mean to mute there, my bad. So he's caught the tail end of this cluster. Let's see if he can start working his way through these cars. How well he can. So Chase qualified on the pole. He sat on the pole. He led basically all the laps. Let's see how he can actually work his way through traffic. Oh, he has to check up that time. Harrison Burton, does he have the advantage on the outside? Nope, he does not. So Chase, we're gonna see where having the faster car really makes a difference here. It's right there, just two cars basically in one corner. And looks like he's gonna sit there and tuck in line behind his teammate. So Chase Elliott was 24th. After those pit stops, I believe he's up to 18th. After trying, him and Alan Gustafson trying some sort of different strategy, I guess. Now he's stuck behind this battle. Too wide. Now he goes up high. Gets a run down the front stretch. It's clear of Brad. Maybe not. Now he's got a good run. So that's Chase's quest to get back up towards the front. And while we take a peek at that, he looks to the inside of Larson. Let's go back up front, make sure we're not missing anything up for the lead. Nope, not a single thing. Oh! Right as I say that, Harvick with a little stripe coming out of 2. We're 30 laps away from the halfway point already. Hey, Cat, what are you doing? Why do these guys keep messing around? So Chase has led all of stage 1, shy of a couple laps during the pit cycle, and Harvick has led all of stage 2. Don't look now, but here comes Almirola. Looks like the battle might be heating up. Take a wide shot of the field. Here's a battle for 5th. 5th through 10th is pretty clustered. Back towards the front. Oh, Bubba hit the wall hard. Let's take another look at that. He just pushes up, and that's a pretty big hit for the 23 car. So he's running in the top 5. He's running 3rd at the time of that contact with the wall. Let's see if that hinders his performance at all. Doesn't seem to at the moment. Gets a good run around the outside of Bowman. So we're focused on that battle for 3rd. Here's the battle for the lead. Eric Almirola and his teammate Kevin Harvick side by side going into turn 1. What does Almirola have for his veteran teammate in the 4 car? Not quite able to make it stick there. He has to back off and get back to the outside. Get back behind him, excuse me. But he is definitely the faster car. Anytime he tucks back behind Harvick, he's able to close right back in on him. Coming up on JJ Yaley to go 3 laps down. High C didn't miss too much. Chase won the stage. There's a weird pit cycle with how they all pitted during the stage. And so like the back half of the field pitted first, and then the front half of the field pitted second, so that kind of inverted them. So as a result, Chase Elliott, who dominated the early stage, is now back in 17th, and Harvick is leading. So yeah, that is what you missed. Not really much happened. This long green flag run. As Harvick makes his way around JJ Yaley to put him 3 laps down. That's going to hold up Almirola a bit. Not more than a bit. That's going to hold him up a decent amount, actually. Almirola will probably try to get to the outside here if I were to guess. Or nope, just to get a good run on the inside. So he'll get clear of Yaley. Go back to work trying to catch Harvick. So now there's a little bit of breathing room between those two. Let's go back and take a look at what's going on. Wallace, after that hit to the outside wall, has gone back to 5th place. Oh, speaking of the wall, Ty Dillon with a bit of a scrape. Todd Gillen was in 3rd, was in 2nd at one point. He's now back in 9th, trying to hang on to that top 10 spot. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, these 2 Hendrick teammates that just can't seem to get away from one another. Side by side. Elliott gets him clear. Elliott up to the 14th spot, so he's gained 10 spots since the stage break, the restart. Keselowski and Briscoe side by side. Still have 28 cars on the lead lap. There are 5 cars a lap down. Stenhouse is 2 laps down, and Yaley is 3 laps down. So let's watch Elliot's quest, or actually, let's forget about Elliot for a second. Let's go back to the front. Make sure we're not passing him. Missing the pass for the lead, which we are not. All right, let's go back and check on Elliot. Goes underneath Kurt Busch. Not able to make it stick. Kurt gets a good run down the backstretch. Now Elliot goes back down to the bottom. I think his tire advantage he had might be starting to run out. So definitely an interesting call from Alan Gustafson, telling Chase to wait to pit. So as long as this race is staying green, this is quickly ticking away. We're 130 laps in already. About 17, 18 to go until the halfway point. So Chase looks to regroup. Get a good run on these cars that are side by side in front of him. And he's going to go to the outside down the backstretch and get to the outside of Kurt Busch. And that should give him the advantage in turn 4. Coming off the corner here. Let's see the run for Chase. He's being held up by McDowell and Ty, so he didn't get as good of a run on Kurt as he might have liked to. He tries the same thing again. Briscoe just barely clips the wall back there. They keep it rolling. So Chase, I believe the tire advantage he has on these other cars in front of him is worn off for the most part. He doesn't seem to be able to make some of the moves he was making earlier in the race. Let's go back to the front. Harvick, Almirola, still the same story. Almirola gets a decent run down the front stretch. Feeling Almirola is gonna make a pass before the stage is done. We have not seen the last of this battle. Still have about 50 laps to go in the stage. So the top two have pulled away from the rest of the field. It is a 4-second gap from second place to third place. Reddick has made his way into third place, by the way. Bowman in fourth and Byron in fifth. Justin Haley in sixth. They rhyme. That's what confused me. Joey Logano in seventh. Bubba, after being in third earlier and making that contact to the wall, is shuffled back to eighth. Todd Gilliland still running ninth, and Christopher Bell is your last car in the top 10. Coming up on Stenhouse, who, once they catch him, will be 3 laps down alongside J.J. Yaley. And the rest of the cars a lap down or just a single lap down. Elliott still sitting in 14th. Let's go take a look at Elliott. We're just keep checking in on Elliott because he was by far the dominant car earlier in the race. So now we're seeing, despite all the pit stop stuff, if he can get back to the front. That's why we keep checking up on Elliott in particular. he just turns it down and turn 2, trying to not drift up in those cars up top, and that just kills that exit speed when you're down on the bottom. Back up front. Harvick Almirola. So we're less than 10 laps to go from the halfway point. Almirola, he goes up high. Gets that little boost coming out of the turn. Gets right on the bumper of his teammate. It's just hard to make a pass at this track, especially when you got worn tires. Here comes Stenhouse. That might be the opportunity Almirola needs to make a pass. Oh, speaking of which, here we go. Down to the bottom. What kind of momentum is he going to be able to get out of the corner? Yeah, see, his run stalls out, and then he just has to tuck back in behind Harvick. So Harvick gets the car wound up in turn 2. He's not going to be able to catch Stenhouse before turn 3, so he'll have to try to pass him on the front stretch. Corey LaJoie is the last car on the lead lap in 28th position. So now Harvick's going to be side by side Stenhouse on worn tires. And that perhaps is going to get Almirola a chance to get caught back up. See Almirola trying to get caught back up. He goes to the bottom. Should get clear of Stenhouse into turn 1. Keyword should. There he goes. Alright, so he's clear. Reddick comfortably in 3rd, as is Bowman in 4th. A little bit close. Couple car length difference. Battle for 5th between Byron and Haley. Joey Logano in 7th, Bubba Wallace 8th, Christopher Bell 9th, and Michael McDowell in 10th. Todd Gilliland is falling off. Yeah, where did, hold up. I was going to say, there we go, there's Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott has moved his way up to 11th. If he can get by McDowell here, he will be into the top 10 after that interesting pit call. Goes up high to get the car wound up and then shoots back underneath. Classic crossover. He gets a good run in turn 1, is able to clear him. So Chase back into the top 10 after that interesting pit strategy earlier. Here's the battle for 8th. This is 4th through 7th. And 3rd. And 2nd and 1st. Let's keep our eye on this battle for the lead. They might be pitting any moment. Actually, it's going to be a little bit longer. It might be another 20 laps or so, but we're coming up on the green flag pit stop time. Also about 3 more laps, and we'll be halfway complete. When they're on the back stretch of lap 147, they will be halfway done. Roll it to the inside, trying to take a peek. His teammate, Kevin Harvick. Harvick gets a good run on the outside. Clears him. And right here, that is the halfway point. The leader's down the backstretch. 146 and a half laps in, 146 and a half laps to go. And, while we focus in on that, before we get to pit stops, I gotta take a quick pit stop. I gotta go use the restroom real quick, make a really quick phone call, and then I will be right back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna leave you guys with the second Crank It Up of the night. Should be the second to last as well. We're just gonna hang out and follow the Byron car, because he's right in this little cluster of cars. He's got the cool Jeff Gordon throwback. I don't need any other more reasonings. Shoot, hold on. I can never remember. Is it control? Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, crank it up time. I will be back in a little few minutes. have returned. Let's go back up. Hopefully we didn't miss a pass for the lead. Nope, not yet. It's close, though. Excuse me. God, it's the time of year where getting a little sniffly. Throat's getting a little dry. Damn seasonal stuff. So Kevin Harvick continues to lead. But not so fast. He is not getting away from his teammate, Eric Almirola. Eric goes up high. He's trying that wide and then cut underneath technique. Got less than 30 laps to go in the stage. We should be seeing pit stops here in about 10-15 laps. How do you remove the Hondas from the field? What Hondas are you talking about, bud? There's no one in Cup that races any Hondas that I know of. If you're talking about the fantasy cars, you just make your own roster that you want. If you're talking about the fantasy cars that come with the mod. Anyway, Harvick continues to lead. Game's gonna freeze for a split second. I'm just pulling my stats thing back up. I gotta click off the window for a second. There we go. We're back. We're live, right? Yes. All right, so Harvick has led 66 laps. I was already to the L in laps. I was gonna say slick. He's led 60 slick laps. He's a slick guy. Speaking of slick, here comes Almirola. Underneath them, Smithfield boy, Mr. Ham. Can he make the pass? Side by side into turn one. Almirola's been waiting for it for laps. Oh, he just quite can't make it stick. Harvick gets the run on the outside. This is the FCRD next gen mod, yes. And Almirola just gets another great run. He just relentless. He's not gonna be able. He's definitely the faster car. It's just a matter of being able to make a pass down on the bottom. When the car you're trying to pass is guarding the top, the faster lane. Should be seeing pit stops here in about 10 laps or so. Right when I say that, I think, ask and you shall receive. Here comes our leader into the pits. Is anyone else pitting yet? I don't believe so. Nope. So Harvick, our leader, is the first car into the pits. Let's see if anyone else follows suit. Not yet. So Harvick will probably end up leading the rest of the stage if he can get out of the pits cleanly. Because he'll get these tires changed, be on the fresh tires faster than anyone, and not have any traffic to deal with getting in or out of the pits. Here comes Almirola now. Almirola into the pits. It looks like Reddick as well. Yep, here comes the rest of the leaders. I believe Bowman stayed out, so that just inherited the lead to Alex Bowman. So I believe Alex Bowman will be credited as having led that last lap. Yep, he has. And multiple other cars start to continue to pit. He has not yet. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Harvick. And he's back on track. You can just see that tire difference. Look at that. All right, so for example, Kyle Busch, his last lap was 31.8. So I'm trying to get a gauge of a lap on the fast tires. So a lap on the slow tires is about a 31.8. So Kevin Harvick now on the fast tires. Let's see how fast his lap time ends up being. Now that he doesn't have any traffic in front of him, or minimal traffic. So 31.8 on slow tires for Kyle Busch, or 31.5 that last time, we'll say. versus what's this lap time going to be for Harvick on the new tires. So Bowman has not pitted yet, or he might have just there. No, that's Harrison Burton. 31.5 on old tires versus a 21.5 on new tires. So these new tires are literally a 3 whole seconds faster. There's a notable name coming into the pits. Chase Elliott was actually one of the last cars to pit. Interesting. Looks like Chase Briscoe's having some damage repaired. As is Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, who was slowing off the pace before. You can't really do the lucky dog in these offline races, unfortunately. We've tried in past streams. Alright, so let's find Harvick again. Where is Harvick? Where's Harvick? There he is. So Harvick, I believe, should cycle back to the lead once everyone's done. Then we got the stage break coming in about 16, 17 laps. Just trying to figure out who's all leading. Kyle Busch has not pitted yet. Unless he's in the pits this time. Yep, there he is. So Kyle Busch, who stayed out to lead a few laps, is now coming out of the pits. And that means Kevin Harvick will have inherited the lead. Where is he? Sorry for all the camera switches. There he is. So Harvick now inherits the lead. And we have 15 laps to go on the stage. There's a 7-second gap back to Reddick in second. Man, just Harvick with just a lightning fast pit stop. He put basically half the field a lap down. There's only 18 cars left on the lead lap after that. Or no, 18, yeah. Austin Dillon in 18th is the last car on the lead lap, and he's going to be the one fighting to stay on the lead lap in these final 12 laps of the stage. I think he should be able to do it. Yeah, it's a 7-second gap back to second place. Reddick there. Basically an entire straightaway. Yeah, you can't even see Harvick. All the way up. It's more than a straightaway. 12 laps to go on the stage. Austin Dillon trying to hang on to the lead lap. After that last pit stop, there's about a half the field that went a lap down. Suarez actually looks like he's creeping back up on Harvick a bit. He might actually get his lap back. I think Austin Dillon should be good enough to be able to stay on the lead lap. And Todd Gilliland. They both look like they're pretty fast, and they're a few seconds ahead of him. They just have 10 laps they need to stay ahead of him. And Suarez, yeah, it looks like he's a little bit faster than Harvick at the moment. So he might be able to get his lap back. So while we're focused on the leader, let's go back and look at Chase Elliott, the dominant car of stage 1, who is sitting in 10th right now after that interesting pit strategy. And right now he's in a fierce battle for 8th. That's a battle for 8th with him, Almirola, and Kurt Busch. So Chase Elliott, after that interesting pit call earlier, is still trying to work his way back towards the front after leading 85 laps earlier. Back to Harvick. Suarez is looking to get his lap back on the bottom. Where's I was gonna say, where's Yaley at? I don't think he's... Sweet. Oh. Cinder just hit the wall. They shouldn't have to pass Yaley. I'm just trying to time ahead of time how I'm gonna throw the caution. Truex is a lap down, but he's looking to get his lap back from Harvick, but him and Suarez are going side by side to catch Harvick. So Truex seems to have one of the faster cars on track right now, so he's going to try to track down Harvick and see if he can't get his lap back. Meanwhile, we're coming up on 6 laps to go in the stage. What's up, Zachary? Thanks for tuning in. This is NR2003. This is all AI simulated. I have all the paint schemes that I can that are up to date. There's some missing schemes, obviously, that haven't been painted yet for the race 4 days from now. The ratings are done through a program called NRatings that takes real-life data. And I took the data from all the races combined so far in the 2022 season, applied that to the drivers. And so, yeah, they're running off real-life data for their ratings. And I'm using manual cautions to throw the stage brakes. And yeah, it's otherwise just completely, just randomly simulated beyond that. But yeah, I try to do it as realistically as possible. So Truex made it past Harvick to get back on the lead lap. And we got 3 laps to go in the stage coming this time by. Harvick needs to get a little bit of a gap on or Truex needs to get a little bit of a gap on Harvick. I just don't want there being a massive... Oop, or these two slow cars. Oh, it's still Dylan and Todd Gilliland. All right, coming to 2 laps to go in the stage. Remember, I need to throw the stage caution after Truex crosses the line, but before Harvick does, so it's all about timing. That being said, I think I'm going to go into Harvick's chase cam to throw the caution just to make it easy. Yeah, he pitted. He did his stage 2 green flag pit stop, and he just had a crazy fast pit stop to put like half the field a lap down. All right, white flag in stage 2. I'm just doing this view just to make it easy to throw the caution. Or see the timing of when I should throw the caution. So I need to hit enter right after Harvick crosses, but before Truex does, but before Harvick does. Right. There we go. Perfect. So there goes Truex to get back onto the tail end of the lead lap, and Harvick is slowing down to catch the pace car. Worked out perfectly. Where's the pace car? It better be right here. Nope, it's See, now Harvick's not going to pit this time. But all the cars that are behind the pace car are. So now Harvick and those guys just got screwed. Yeah, basically Cindric on up just got screwed. Haley might come out of here the leader. No, he's a lap down, isn't he? Justin Haley, where is he? Where's Haley? No. Yeah, he's going to come out of this in the lead, I think. Or whoever wins this battle off pit. Because now they're doing the weird thing where the back half of the field pitted because of the timing of the pace car. So now Harvick's going to get screwed. Chase Elliott. This might get Chase Elliott back to the front. And now the second group. Whoops. And yeah, now this group's going to come in and pit the second time by. Because now they're caught the pace car. So whoever wins this battle is going to basically be the leader, effectively. Justin Haley, Bowman, Logano, Christopher Bell, Elliott back to 5th. So now we get the different pit strategies with Justin Haley. Justin Haley. Austin Dillon. Looks like stayed out for some reason. Who all stayed out up here? Was that Austin Dillon? Yeah. So Austin Dillon is 2 laps down, stayed out in front of the field for whatever reason. So Austin Dillon is 2 laps down, but the rest of the field back here is for position. Ugh. Take a sip of my Snapple. Coming up on 100 laps to go. Ugh. Getting to that time of that stream, about 2 hours in, where you start to hit just a mental fatigue wall. I appreciate it, Zach. Good to have you in the stream. I apologize for my congested voice right now. Got a little bit of sniffles. This time by, or next time by, we'll be getting the 1 to go. So once again, Austin Dillon is 2 laps down. Pay no attention to him. He's just trying to get a lap back. Haley is the leader. And then Bowman is second. Joey Logano is third. Christopher Bell is 4th. Chase Elliott has moved his way back up to 5th after dominating all of the first stage. Kurt Busch 6th. Eric Almirola 7th. Brad Keselowski 8th. Todd Gilliland 9th, and William Byron 10th. Larson 11th. Ross Chastain 12th. Michael McDowell 13th. Blaney 14th. Truex 16th. Eric Jones 16th, Harvick after that has gone back to 17th. Ty Dillon 18th. Daniel Suarez 19th. Nope, that got screwed up somewhere. That's basically your top 20. With the exception of Austin Dillon. Don't pay attention to Austin Dillon. He's a lap down. Justin Haley leading, Alex Bowman second. Joey Logano third. Pace car pulls off. Getting ready to go back green. It's going to be 104 laps to go this time by. And they should just only have to pit once. Green flag. We are back racing for the final stage. The 2022 Goodyear 400. Justin Haley leads him into turn 1. Behind the lap car of Austin Dillon. be interesting to see how they try to get around him. They're single file for the moment. Once they start figuring out each other's strategies, yep, you see them all start to fan out. Justin Haley to the inside of Austin Dillon. Is that going to hurt him or help him? That might hurt him. He tries to go up to block. They're side by side for second, Bowman and Logano. Bowman gets a good run on the outside. Gets him clear. Chase Elliott gets past Christopher Bell to get to fourth place. Side by side for the lead, Bowman, Haley. It is Justin Haley, hangs on to it, but Alex Bowman fights back on the inside. He's going to dive down, slide up, and have him cleared. Alex Bowman to the lead. Yeah, I feel you, High C. That really bugs me, too. I feel like they did that in defiance of the push forward numbers. There's no way they didn't do that on purpose. Side by side for second. Joey Logano, Justin Haley. Logano down to the inside. It looks like Justin Haley might be falling off a bit. Justin Haley back to third. Logano up to second. Chase Elliott stalking Haley for third. Austin Dillon's actually pulling away from these leaders a bit. He might stay just one lap down. So yeah, he's on the brink of going 2 laps down, but he's technically just 1 lap down as long as he stays ahead of the leader. Meanwhile, I'm rambling about Dillon. Here's a pass for the lead. Logano, Bowman. Bowman back on the outside. They're side by side. Logano had him clear just for a moment, but Bowman fights back. And gets the position back. Here comes Logano again on the inside. Bowman fights back on the outside. Bowman continues to lead. We got a heck of a race going on here, folks. Austin Dillon continues to be just fast enough to stay on the lead lap, but just slow enough to still be annoying for these leaders trying to battle with one another. Chase Elliott in fourth, Justin Haley third, Joey Logano second, and Alex Bowman is your leader. Side by side for second once again. Justin Haley trying to get back to the second place spot. Alex Bowman getting around Austin Dillon successfully. He does so. Justin Haley back to the second place. And just doesn't quite get clear of Logano. Logano's going to possibly have a run on the outside. Justin Haley now, the car trying to get past Austin Dillon. Remember, Austin Dillon is now 2 laps down. Everyone else is racing for position on the lead lap. There's battle for third. Chase Elliott to the inside of Joey Logano. Chase Elliott, the best position he's been since stage 1. Haley through pit stop strategy on this last stage. Just with the weird pit stops, he got up front. Joey Logano goes wide. Looks like he might have a run on Justin Haley. Bowman hangs on. And he's starting to pull away. These cars need to get past Dillon if they're going to have any chance of catching Alex Bowman. So Austin Dillon is just fast enough to stick with these guys and just slow enough to be a nuisance to them. You can see the difference already between Austin Dillon after he let Alex Bowman get in front of him and the rest of the car is stuck behind him. It appears that's going to be the move Justin Haley needed to get to the inside of Austin Dillon and get clear of him going into turn 1. We have less than 100 laps to go. This next time by, it's going to be 200 laps down, 93 to go. So Austin Dillon continued to lose his ground to these lead lap cars. Joey Logano in third place gets underneath him. It appears that whatever strength Dylan had to stay with these lead lap cars initially is starting to wear off, as you can see him getting passed basically every lap by one of these lead lap cars. Although I say that, and Logano doesn't have him clear. Now Austin Dillon has the advantage up in the outside line. Or does he? No, he gets clear of him. Logano past the lap car of Dillon. Justin Haley in second. Alex Bowman in first place. Last time by, the split time was 0.9 seconds. Let's see if Haley can start to close that in. Let's pay attention to the split time and see if that gap starts to close at all. Last time it was 0.9. When it refreshes in about 10 seconds, we'll see if he's closed in at all. Justin Haley in second. Alex Bowman, your leader. 0.93. So he lost about 3/100ths of a second. That being said, though, it looks like Joey Logano's closing in on Haley, and here comes Elliott with what should be the move to clear Austin Dillon to the inside. So Chase Elliott up to fourth. And with now a clear track in front of him, let's see if he can start to reel in the leaders. Last time by, Haley was 0.9 and Logano was 1.3. Let's see once they cross this time by if that's able to change at all. 0.9, 0.13, or 1.3, excuse me. Good night, Captain Astro. Thanks for tuning in. .9, 0.13, or 1.3, I did it again. 0.9, 1.2. So Joey Logano is closing in just a bit. And this time Elliott was 2 seconds back. So 0.9, 1.2, and 2. Let's see if they refresh, if he's gained any ground at all. Got less than 90 laps to go. 0.9, 1.2, 2. 0.9, 1.2, 1.9. Chase Elliott closed in a 10th. I'm on board with Elliott, see if he can't start to close the gap. Let's start paying attention to those split times on the left-hand side. .8, 1.1, 1.7. Or 1.0. The top four is rubber banding together. All second through fourth are gaining distance on your leader. 0.8, 0.9, 1.5. They're closing in. Bowman, your leader, is not the fastest car on track. Chase Elliott, that last lap, was 0.2 faster than him. 0.8, 0.9, 1.5. 0.8, 0.9, 1.5. 0.6, 0.7, 1.3. They are closing, folks. Let's take a look at the back of Alex Bowman's rear bumper cam as this lead quickly begins to shrink. 0.6, 0.7, 1.3. And this time by, it is 0.5, 0.9, 1.1. Logano lost a little ground, but both of the others gained ground. And remember, if they stay green, they're going to have at least one more round of green flag pit stops. Those few tenths gained or lost in the pits could be the race-winning move. All of the top 4 are now within a second of one another. They are closing in. Bowman took off at the beginning of the restart, but these cars have since closed in. It appears that Chase Elliott is the fastest car on track because he's closed the gap to these guys. .4, .6, .9. Went from that to .4, .6 to .8. Which proves my theory that Chase Elliott is the fastest car on track right now. Joey Logano with a good run on Justin Haley. See if he can make that stick down into turn 1. Oh, Justin Haley into the wall. That's going to slow him down. That allows Joey Logano up into second. Since these cars are battling for position with one another, that's allowing Alex Bowman to get away for the moment. It appears that Justin Haley might be falling off a bit. Chase looks like he still has speed, but he needs to get past Haley. And meanwhile, Bowman leading it all. Yeah, these cars lost a few tenths that time, but that's because they're side by side in the corner, making the pass. So that time, Joey was 0.9 seconds back. This next time, let's see if he gained any of that time back now that he's got clear track in front of him. 0.8, yep. So he gained a tenth back now that he's clear. So now here's the battle for third. Chase Elliott, who dominated all of stage 1. Just trying to get past Haley, who it appears he is significantly faster than. Just needs to get actually by him to start closing in on the leader. Elliott side by side in turn 2. Elliott able to hang on, or Haley, excuse me, able to hang on the outside. So Alex Bowman's starting to run away with this a bit. 0.8 split time last time by. This time it is... We'll wait to see once it refreshes. 0.833, 0.858. So Logano lost just a couple hundredths that last lap by, not much. There's still 18 cars on the lead lap. Reddick being the last one. Kevin Harvick, who dominated all of stage 2, is back in 16th spot. You get a good wide shot of the top 4 as the battle goes. Speaking of battles, there's one back here going on between Almirola and Chastain, side by side in that battle for 8th spot. Larson has made his way past Bell into 6th place. Into... Hold up. Larson is flying. He and Kurt Busch are flying. That last lap was a 29.2, which was 2 tenths faster than the leader. So Larson, look out. He was in 11th on the restart. Now this is to go into 5th, which it appears he'll be able to do. Nope, Kurt Busch gets a run back on the outside. They still battle side by side. This is for the top 5 right there between Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson. So let's keep an eye on this battle. So I think up front is pretty sorted out for the moment. Logano's gotten back to within 4 tenths of Bowman. because there's a lapped car of Yaley that probably held up Bowman a bit. Logano was able to get by cleanly. It appears Haley will be able to get by cleanly. It's the Haley and Yaley show. Oh, Haley into the outside wall hard. That's going to slow him down even more. Elliott gets by. They all get by cleanly. So he's second through fourth is under a blanket. This battle for the top 5 continues. Looks like Larson should probably clear Busch, just having that inside advantage. And he does. So Larson gets clear of Kurt Busch. That was for the top 5 spots. And now here's a battle for 7th. So Christopher Bell and Eric Almirola. As they go side by side. Almirola dives it down to the inside, but Bell's going to have the better run on the outside out of the exit. Gets clear of Eric. Here's that battle for the 5th spot. These cars are pretty even. It looks like right when you think Larson's got him cleared, Kurt Busch is making moves back to the inside. Here's the battle for 2nd. And they're starting to close back in on Bowman. They gained about 2 or 3 tenths that last lap. Did 2nd and 3rd on Bowman. Now they're going side by side. That's going to hurt their quest to catch him. Joey Logano, it appears, might be the fastest car on track right now. As long as they're within a few tenths of him going into the pits, this race is going to be won or lost in the pits. Like if Alex Bowman only has a 0.2 of a second lead and Joey Logano has a pit stop a half second quicker than his, I mean that'll put him out on track 0.3 ahead of Bowman. Oh my goodness, a caution! An actual caution. What happened? An actual honest to God caution. I don't see anything. What on earth? Interesting. Well, I think they should be all pitting this time, and that should put them within their window to be good on fuel. Caution. All right, so let's watch the pit stops and see who wins this battle between these 4 off pit road. And then we'll go back and see what brought out the caution. Interesting. All right, so Haley has the first pit box, then Logano. And then Chase, and then Bowman, and then Chase. These are the lapped cars, I believe, who aren't allowed to pit yet. Yeah. Yeah, these are all the lappers. Then here's the rest of the lead lap cars pitting. Oh, hold up. There's Bowman with a long stop, and here's the battle between Logano and Haley. Logano won the race off pit road. And then Haley, and then it looks like Chase. All right, so let's go back and see what brought out the caution. We'll go back and see when the pace car lights came on. have to wait and see. Where's the pace car lights? Where's the lights? Where are the lights? There they are. Alright, so who or what brought out the caution? Where's the slow car? Where's the slow car? Did we just get a phantom caution for no reason? I literally don't see any slow cars on track. Alright, I guess that was debris. I guess we're gonna chalk that one up to debris. So here is your leaders. What? It says Justin Haley won the battle off pit road. What? Hold up. I'm gonna ask for a second opinion on that. Tell me where here Haley won the battle off pit road. And then tell me what part about that where... Oh yeah, I guess Alex Bowman is... I guess Justin Haley got credited the lead off the race off pit road. Under further review. So they're going to be just like in the window of needing to pit. I think they should be good to go the rest of the way. Still 18 cars left on the lead lap, so exactly half the field. Bell being the last car on the lead lap. I have no idea. So the top 5 as it stands is Justin Haley, Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. And Truex, who was having a bad run earlier, has made his way up to 7th. Kurt Busch 6th, Almirola 8th, Brad Keselowski 9th, and Kevin Harvick has made his way back up to 10th. And pace car pulls off. Justin Haley gets ready to lead the field back to green in the Geico restart zone. He hits the gas. The green flag is dropped. We are back racing. Justin Haley dives down into turn 1. Being pursued by Joey Logano and Alex Bowman. There are 3 Hendrick cars in the top 5 right now. They're running 3rd, 4th, 5th. Then it's Penske and then Colleague Racing up front. Joey Logano taking a peek to the inside. Is he there to make a move? Is he close enough? I don't think so. Justin Haley. And here comes Alex Bowman with the move around the outside of Logano in turn 2. So Alex Bowman up to 2nd. After a bad pit stop put him back to 3rd. Chase Elliott still in 4th. Kyle Larson still in 5th. Alex Bowman looking to get back to the lead after a pit stop. Slow pit stop put him from 1st to 3rd. He is right on the tail of Justin Haley. 60 laps to go this time by, 6-0. Chase cuts down underneath Logano. Making a sharp turn. Can he get a good run in turns 1 and 2 to get clear of Logano? I believe he will clear him. Chase Elliott back up to 3rd. So this is the best Chase Elliott's been doing since he dominated stage 1. Does he have enough to catch the leaders? Does Bowman have enough to catch Haley in passing? We have less than 60 laps to go. Justin Haley and Alex Bowman nose to tail for the lead. There's still only one car that has DNF. That is Chris Buescher back on lap 17 or so with an engine valve. Everyone else is still on track. 18 cars, half the field is on the lead lap. The rest of the field is at least one lap down. You've got about 50, 57, 58 laps to go. Alex Bowman is right there. Right on the bumper of Justin Haley. Any one of these laps, you can take a peek underneath him and get a good run going into turn one. And Chase Elliott, don't look away now. He dominated the entire first stage, and he is closing in on the leaders. Anyone that thought that Chase might be done after that pit stop screwed him early in the first stage, or at the end of the first stage. Don't look now, but here he comes underneath his teammate for second. I think he's going to have to tuck back in line and think better of that move and regroup. Not able to quite make that one work. Get back in front of Logano before Logano gets a run on him. It's still Haley and Alex Bowman. We've had a couple first-time winners this year already. Can we have another one with Justin Haley? Excuse me. I will shut up. I keep forgetting that Justin Haley already won a race. Talladega. Was that 2019? How dare I forget that? Justin Haley looking for his first win of the season. There, I'll say that. As I say that, Alex Bowman down to the inside. They're side by side going into one. If Alex Bowman can just be up alongside of him enough to get a run. I don't know if he's going to be able to quite clear Haley. Haley's going to race back on the outside. He does. And Haley clears Bowman. Just when you think Bowman has the lead. Daytona 2019, that's right. The 400. I remember now. Side by side for the lead. Once again, Haley gets clear on turn 2. Elliott's number looks like a blob of thermal paste. Gotta keep that CPU cool. So just when you thought that this is going to be Chase Elliott's or Alex Bowman's race, Justin Haley sneaks by with the lead and does not want to give it up. There's Chase Elliott once again looking to the inside of Alex Bowman. He actually might get a good run and make the pass into turns 1 and 2 this time. Yes, he will. He will move up and clear him. Chase Elliott back up to second. Chase Elliott, the most popular driver, back up to second. Logano tried to make a move underneath Bowman. He wasn't able to make it stick. Now we see if Chase can start closing in on Haley. Less than 50 laps to go. Not only that, if he can catch Haley and if he can pass him, they should be good on fuel and tires to the end of the race. And I don't see any lap traffic coming up on them for quite some time. So it should just be an outright race for the foreseeable future. Chase Elliott is definitely closing the gap. He is definitely closing the gap. It's 0.3 seconds the previous lap. This lap it was guessing 1, yep. Oh, Chase pushed up a little bit. He lost a little bit of momentum coming out of 2. Still able to stay in front of Logano and Bowman, who are now side by side for the 3rd spot. And Bowman gets the better of Logano. Back up to Chase Elliott. Still trying to track down the Justin Haley car. He's nipping on his heels, nipping on his rear bumper. About a car length or 2 back. Who do you guys got in the chat? You got Justin Haley, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson. Or do you have someone else that isn't running in the top 5 as your guess? Here comes Chase to the inside of Haley. Down the front stretch. Can he make it stick into turn 1? And Chase Elliott, for the first time since lap 90-ish, is back to the lead. Chase Elliott back to the lead in front of Justin Haley. Meanwhile, they're nearly 3 wide behind him. They almost fanned out to 3 wide momentarily. Justin Haley is losing ground. I think he's going to be struggling to hold off Bowman and Logano in these closing laps. So Elliott out front. Can he start to pull away, or will Haley be able to keep up with him? There's Alex Bowman down to the inside for 2nd. He's not able to make it stick. He has to tuck back in behind Justin Haley. Chase Elliott got a good run that time. Starts to build a bit of a gap. Martin Truex Jr. up to 6. I remember he was, I thought, off the lead lap at one point. Either that or like the last car on the lead lap. Kyle Larson looking for 5th. But in doing so, he gives a spot up to Truex. Oh, man. Or he was looking for 4th, but he gives 5th up to Truex. Truex hits the wall going around him on the outside, but still makes it stick. Meanwhile, back up to Elliott, who this time by will see 40 laps to go. 40 laps. This is all that remains, separating Elliott from the Goodyear 400 trophy. Justin Haley doing everything he can to try to get back up front, but right now it looks like he's trying to hold off Bowman rather than catch Elliott. Bowman to the inside, but he's not far enough alongside of him to make the move stick. Let's go back and look at an aerial view at this battle of 3rd through 5th. Martin Truex Jr. seems to be one of the faster cars on track at the moment. He's going to peek underneath Logano momentarily. Logano's going to peek underneath Bowman. They both check up. They both have to go sliding up the hill. Oh, Austin Dillon is out with an engine header. I just realized that. Thank you for pointing that out. So Austin Dillon out with mechanical issues. Bowman's getting a good run on Haley. Meanwhile, back to this battle for 4th. Almirola, holy cow. I saw him a ways back a few laps ago, and he's closing in. He might be one of the faster cars in these closing stages. Shout out Eric Almirola in 7th. Looking for 6 on Kyle Larson. Truex looking to the inside of Logano. It's not far enough alongside of him to make the move stick. Back up front. Justin Haley, Alex Bowman for 2nd. This might be the move for Bowman. Let's make that pass. He might be far enough alongside of him to make a move in 1. But Haley's going to have the outside in 2. And that gives the spot right back to Justin Haley. Haley able to hang on to 2nd. So it is a game of chess with these drivers trying to sort out the top line, the bottom line, trying to manage their tires, building up runs, defending. Kyle Larson in 6. Appears Almirola is one of the faster cars. He's trying to fend off the run the 10 keeps trying to make. Get a good wide shot of the field as they work their ways through turns 1 and 2. Here comes the lapped car of Justin Haley, or excuse me, JJ Yaley. It's the J. Aileys that's throwing me off. The Justin Haley and the JJ Yaley. Here's a move for 2nd. Alex Bowman, Justin Haley. I don't know if Bowman's going to be far enough alongside of him. Nope. Still trying to make that outside work. Unsuccessfully. Or that inside. Kyle Busch, who led a few laps earlier, is the first car lap down in 19th place. Here comes the lapped car of JJ Yaley. Let's see if Chase can get clear of him cleanly this time by. Has to go to the inside. That's going to hurt his momentum a bit. But he gets clear of him. This time by 30 laps to go for Chase. The battle for 2nd continues. Justin Haley catches JJ Yaley. It's the Yaley and Haley show. They go up top to get around him. That's probably the smart call. So you see the run. The 31 gets down the front stretch. Bowman will have a good run into the outside as well. So that's the top 3 now trying to get past this lap traffic. Truex, who has worked his way into the top 5. But right now that I say that, he's under pressure from Larson. Oh, Larson gets caught out. Ross Chastain into 7th place, it appears. Larson back to 8th. Almirola. Nope. Chastain is now 6th. Larson 7th. Almirola 8th. Kurt Busch 9th. And Eric Jones and Kevin Harvick are battling for the top 10 spot. Kevin Harvick led all of stage 2, was it? And Elliott, speaking of laps led, has just put BJ McLeod another lap down. Coming up on 25 laps to go. Back to Haley and Bowman. 26 laps to go. Next time it'll be 25. Well, let's go caution free. Will they be good on fuel and tires? I think it should be yes for both of those questions, but you never know. We've seen crazier things happen. Bowman to the inside of Haley. He just keeps stalling out. He keeps trying to cut underneath and make that move in the inside of turns 4. But just every time he does, it just stalls the car out. Justin Haley holds on to second. He lost the lead, but he's still having a very, very strong run in second place, holding off some very, very strong cars. So the outside, then cut underneath to the inside. Classic move. See, that's what Bowman kept trying to do, but every time he'd go into turn 1 here, he'd not be able to get clear, and then he'd stall out, and you saw what happened. So meanwhile, Chase is just off to a comfortable lead now. There he is, and then there's the next place car in second place. There's a mod. Yep, I've heard about the double file restarts and overtime mod. I've not personally tried it yet. I've heard there's just some glitches with it. But yeah, anyone can do this. Just anyone that's got vanilla NR2003. That's all I'm doing. Aside from the track and mod and paint scheme updates, it's just vanilla NR. Nothing special, no EXEs. Chase Elliott just pulling away. The only thing I think stopping him from a win is either going to be a yellow or not being good for fuel or tires. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. currently 4 laps down, about to go 5 laps down. Remember, he suffered damage after hitting the pits earlier. Speaking of pits, or hitting the wall, he's having to pit. I don't know if that's an unexpected pit stop or if more of the field's going to be pitting here, but we will find out. We will certainly find out. By the way, I haven't acknowledged this yet, but this week, along with last week, I know in the thumbnail, I accidentally have the giant-ass spoilers in the thumbnail. I forgot to turn the 3DOs off before I made the thumbnail, but I didn't even realize that till afterwards. We're using the proper regular spoilers for the race. No giant-ass spoilers. What's up, Crackery? My favorite driver now is Larson. My all-time favorite driver is Junebug. So there is the lead gap, which is about 2 seconds at this point. And that last time by was 20 laps to go. This is 19 laps to go now. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Chastain looking to the inside. Truex for that 5th spot. And there's Stenhouse coming out of the pits at an inopportune time. Actually, he might be faster than these guys since he's on fresh tires. If he did pit for fresh tires. Yeah, he's actually probably going to catch Chase. He probably has a little bit of just the slightest bit of engine damage, but he's going to be way quicker in the corners now that he's got freshies. Hopefully Stenhouse doesn't do anything to affect the leader here. He's by cleanly on the inside. We're good. So Chase has a comfortable lead. He doesn't really have anything to worry about. This 3rd through 5th battle is starting to heat up. Bowman, Logano, Truex. Logano taking a peek to the inside out of 4. He's not able to make it stick. He has to push back up. Spot stays with Bowman. Bowman still nipping at the heels of Haley, but the heels of Haley. There it is. The heels of Haley. Jesus. This time by 15 laps to go for Chase Elliott. And they're side by side for 5th. Ross Chastain, Martin Truex. Chastain having the season of a lifetime. Already 2 wins on the season. Multiple top 5s. Multiple top 3s. Shuffles back to 6th. Bowman gets a run on Haley here, but is it going to be enough going into the turn? I don't believe so. He's going to have to push back up the track. Chase Elliott just with a commanding lead. Picking up where he left off in stage 1. Remember, he dominated every single lap of stage 1 with the exception of the green flag pit stops. And when he cycled back to the lead, he won the stage. But the ensuing pit stops in the stage caution, they picked a weird strategy where they pitted on the second lap rather than the first. He went back to around 20th position as a result, and he was working his way back towards the front ever since. But about 20, 30 laps ago, he took over the lead and has not looked back. We got 12 laps to go, this time by only a dozen left for Chase. Back to 2nd. And it's still Haley and Bowman. Let's take a look at the spectator cam so we can get a good wide shot of the difference for the lead. There's Chase right there on the front stretch, and here's Haley and Bowman. A good 2.5 second difference. Once again, the only thing that's going to take this win away from Chase is some sort of mechanical issue, having a pit, or obviously a caution. Back up to Chase. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. There's still 18 cars left on the lead lap, exactly half the field. It is now Todd Gilliland, the last one on the lead lap, this time by 10 laps to go for Chase Elliott. 10 laps to go for number 9. Live on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about, Nate, but thank you for joining. I do not stream Xfinity races, if that's what you're talking about. The simulated streams. But, are you talking about Dover on Monday? That was Monday, not yesterday. Chase is caught up to the back of Josh Bilicki, who's currently 2 laps down, about to go 3 laps down. He's got to figure out a way by him quick. There he goes. So Chase to the inside of Josh Bilicki. I know it says Landon Castle on the name banners, but trust me, it is Josh Bilicki. Another Wisconsin boy. Chase Elliott with 8 laps to go. Back to the battle for 2nd. Haley continuing to hang on. An incredibly strong run for that number 31 car. Seven laps to go this next time by. 7 laps to go. If we get a caution within 5 to go, it's going to end under caution because there's no overtimes or anything like that. So if we get a caution now, it's pretty much going to end under caution. So I don't think you guys want a caution. Cole Custer's the next car at risk of going a lap down. He is actually already a lap down, so he'll be 2 laps down if Chase can catch him. So Chase just has a commanding lead. Haley has actually gapped Bowman a bit for that second spot battle. Bowman in third, and here's fourth, fifth, and sixth. This is fourth through seventh right here. These four battling. Meanwhile, this time by it is 5 laps to go for Chase Elliott. 5 laps to go. How we doing, Fly Guy? Good to see you, man. Chase just has a few more lapped cars to deal with. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Just has to have his fuel and tires hang on for another 5 laps. Uh-oh. Chase Elliott! He's pitting! Chase Elliott, our leader, is in the pits. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow, he's not good on fuel. That gives the lead to Bowman. No, Haley. Can Haley hang on? Haley's got 4 laps to do it. Ian Graham with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, bud. I get most of my schemes from Stun Out Racing. And then there's another guy named NCRD who has his own website. We got 3 laps to go.
You hit me under yellow. You hit me under yellow.
Justin Haley has 3 laps. Chase was not able to make it on fuel or tires or had some sort of unexpected pit stop. But Haley is caught behind Landon Castle now. Or not Landon Castle, excuse me, Josh Balicki. And he's got Bowman right on his tail. We've got 2 laps to go. Are these guys going to have to pit? Now, that's the question. Is anyone else going to have to pit? Oh, my goodness. I see other cars coming to the pits. Oh, Justin Haley on the outside squeezing. We got 2 laps to go. That might be the race-winning move. Is Haley good on fuel? Is Haley good on fuel and tires? Oh, my goodness. Chase dominating, has to pit unexpectedly with like 3.5 laps to go. Haley, he's staying up high. He ain't pitting. He's going all the way. Coming around the corner. Rounding turn 4. White flag for Justin Haley. Oh my goodness. Who guessed Justin Haley would be winning this race? Through turns 1 and 2. Does he have enough fuel to hang on? The underdog surprise of the season. Justin Haley, it would not be his first career win. Remember, he got that rain-shortened win back in Daytona of 2019. But to the surprise of everyone, Justin Haley pulls off the shock of the field and wins the 2022 Goodyear 400 at Darlington Raceway. Oh my goodness. Justin Haley with his 2nd career win in the Cup Series. Oh my goodness. What a race. What a finish. What a shocker. Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen. Just when you thought Chase Elliott had it wrapped up in the bag, he has to pit. He was one of those few cars at the end that had to pit for either tires or fuel. Oh my goodness. I did not see that coming at all. Holy cow. Who had Haley? Did anyone have Haley in the chat? Who had Justin Haley winning this race? I certainly did not. What's up, cat? My cat's shocked at the finish. Justin Haley is your winner. Alex Bowman finishes 2nd. Martin Truex Jr. comes away with a 3rd place finish. Joey Logano 4th. Oh, hell yeah. What's up, High C? Thank you for becoming a member. Good to have you in the chat, bud. Enjoy those emotes. Thank you for the support. Where were we? Larson 5th. And then, yeah, we'll hear. Yeah, Larson comes away with a top 5. Eric Almirola 6th. Eric Jones 7th. Kevin Harvick 8th. Ryan Blaney 9th. And Tyler Reddick finishes in the top 10. Kurt Busch 11th. Michael McDowell 12th. Brad Kozlowski 13th. William Byron 14th. Christopher Bell 15th. Gill in 16th. Chase Elliott ended up finishing the first car 1 lap down in 17th place. Kyle Busch 18th. Suarez 19th, and Ty Dillon 20th. Here's the rest of your running order. I won't run through everyone. And, yeah, there's Buescher once again as your last place finisher after that issue early on. Austin Dillon also had an issue. Everyone else is still running at the end. 2022, Goodyear. Good tear. Jesus, I can't type. 400. And we'll do the same for the replay. What a shock. Justin Haley with the win. Goodyear. Here, actually, said it right that time. 400. Who had Haley? Man. All right, so here's the final results. Justin Haley, show some muscle at Darlington. What a shock. What an incredible race. Let's go to Haley's car, do some burnouts, and get on out of here. I got a race trip tomorrow to pack for. Well, I'm mostly packed, but I got to get my lunches packed and get the rest of the cooler ready and get all the stuff loaded out to the car and make sure I don't go to bed too late because I got to leave at like 9 a.m. So I got me a busy day tomorrow. Oh, that's right. Test session to do the burnouts. Justin Haley. Darlington MB. What a finish. I was not expecting. I was certainly not expecting Justin Haley. I was certainly not expecting our leader running out of fuel like with 3 laps to go. Coming to 3 laps to go. That's right. I did some cable rearranging earlier and I forgot to redo the cable management. Now I got cables dangling at my feet. Justin Haley with the shock of the season. Oh yeah, I saw that Fly Guy. I hope you have fun there. Just a regular night of weekly racing, no crazy big series, but those are the fun nights. Just the weekly racing. And Justin Haley burns it down after getting the win at Darlington. I'll hit you up a little bit later, but I'm doing 4 races in Illinois next week. If you're free, maybe you should come on down for one of them. Hell yeah, Justin Haley with the win. I'd love to say that. Sounds good to say. Now we just need to get Reddick and Suarez their damn wins. So like 2 younger guys, even though Suarez has been full-time since like 2016 now. Need to get those guys their first wins. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Haley is your winner. Shout out all the 31 car fans out there. Thank you so much, Ian Graham, for the $1.99 super chat earlier. Thank you, High C, for becoming a member. And thank you so much, everyone else, for all your continued support of this channel by tuning in and watching the streams, interacting with me in chat, hitting that like button. I'm truly grateful having you all here. This is the FCRD Next Gen mod. Joshua. You can go download it on Stunod. Thanks again, Full Circle Racing Designs, for the incredible mod. Got to get ready for work. Thank you. I do as well, High C. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. And thank you all the rest of you for tuning in. I love having you all here. Your support means the world to me. I would not do these videos without the reaction I get from each and every one of you. So thank you so much. I don't even know what next week is, but next week is some race. Here, let's look it up real quick. I can Google. NASCAR. All right, this Darlington, Kansas is next weekend. All right, Kansas. I like Kansas. As far as the 1.5-mile intermediate cookie cutters go, it's a good track. All right, so next week is Kansas. Hope to see you all there. I should be doing some more streams in the meantime. Yeah. I should have a couple early next week, but I got another work trip next weekend, so I will be gone again next weekend. I hope you guys understand. Hope to catch you all for the next stream. And until then, I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Thanks again for tuning in. See you guys. Bye.